Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to Llama Farm. Bit of a change of venue this afternoon. I'm in the warm, it's a bit cold out there, bit of a westerly wind blowing. Got a reason for that because the wood burner's on. Unfortunately I wanted it on from the 1st of October, but due to a few recent events it's on now. So been a bit of a roller coaster recently for me. As I said in a previous video, I had COVID about 8 or 9 weeks ago, which hit me quite hard for a few days, and then for about 8 weeks afterwards I had chronic fatigue and ended up with a chest x-ray scan, chest scan, and luckily nothing was found, but I was given an inhaler and it seemed to clear up very quickly. But then last week, the end of last week, I woke up and found that I'd lost vision, not sight, but vision in my left eye. It was as if a huge film had been put over the front of it, and when I did a contrast between my right and left eye, it went dark, normal, dark, normal. I couldn't see any contrast, bright light, not a chance. So we got a very quick appointment in the hospital in Llama, and I had a big eye test, and originally it was thought I'd got, I think it's the fluid inside the eye had maybe stuck to the retina and was pulling away, and so I had 48 hours later on the Sunday I had another retest to see if the retina was okay, and it was still worse. It got worse. So I was booked in the next day for a head scan, and after this, the specialist at the hospital, it was too far above him, and I was sent on Monday to the University Hospital in Llama, where I had loads more big eye tests, and ended up being hospitalised for five days. Yeah, 5 days, weeks gone. And they found out I'd got inflammation in the brain and inflammation on the optic nerve. And I had a lumbar punch, which was great because it was all in the. I was in the neurology ward, so I had a lumbar punch to see what was going on because it's all like connected with the brain and the spinal fluid and everything like that. I had a huge amount of blood taken. I might be wrong, but I thought they said 26 little bottles of blood. I had a full MRI scan, and I think I was hit by the neurology staff. I was hit in every part of the body going with their little hammers to see my reflexes. So yeah, that was a lot of tests. Then I was put on 3 days of 4 hour every day, 4 hours every day of intravenous, what was it? I can't remember what it was now. It was basically an anti-inflammatory. That started work on getting the inflammation down. So yeah, that was quite a scary thing, but I cannot fault the care I was given. It was amazing from the start. Yes, I was very scared. I would be scared anyway, but I can't really speak the language as such. It's like I get by day-to-day stuff, but when it comes to medical, and you know what it's like when you're in a medical situation in your own country, the brain's going 10 to the dozen. You can never remember maybe exactly what you want to say to people, or what they say back to you. So yeah, some of the nursing staff could speak a little English, and we had a laugh. That's the thing, we had a good laugh. Me speaking a bit of French, them speaking English. And sadly, a lot of people in the ward there, because of the neurology wards, some of them, or quite a few probably, can't really do much. Whereas at least I was up and I was about, I could walk around, have a laugh, talk to them. Any problems with the translation, when the consultant came in, she couldn't speak hardly any English. Put the iPhone on, my wife fluent, having a three-way conversation with the video, which was really, really good. And luckily the main doctor that came in to see me could speak really good English, so that helped. The iPhone, I cannot praise enough. I wanted to bin it before I went in hospital. I'd had enough of it. Far too much use. But for 2 days, Kerry was constantly driving me around. It's an hour-long trip too, and it's a 2-hour trip in all, backwards and forwards from Claremont. And come Tuesday, she was shattered. And so we had a few good chats on the video, and it's like, no, I don't want you to come in. I've seen you, we're talking, that's fine. So things like that are great. I could keep up with YouTube, I could listen to the radio, everything in English. I didn't have to look at the French TV, because I think the TV was on, because I went into a shared room to start with, because there wasn't a room for me down in neurology. And luckily in neurology, I think everyone gets a single room for the reason why, they've got to be quiet. And the TV was on, couldn't hear it, but the TV was on constantly in the bed next to me. And it was the day of the Queen's funeral. And no kidding, it was on rolling news, the same films, for hours and hours. Didn't even change. There was no continuation with the history of it. Same stuff. So I'm glad I didn't have to look at that at all. So yeah, I mean, my eyesight is a lot better now. It's now a fight going on between how my optic nerve and that is now fighting to see properly against the inflammation that's probably still there. So I'll probably have to have new glasses, new lenses. Got a consultation in a week's time. Got up at the hospital, go back, get my eyes checked. But now I've come down as well. I think it was cortisone I was on. I was hyper. In the hospital I was fine, it wasn't so bad. I've been back here, ADHD as well, plus that in my body. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm having massive conversations with my wife, who's really, really, really desperately trying to get to sleep. And I suddenly wake up and tell her what she's got to do the next, or what she should remember to do the next day. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I've been quite popular through the night. But hopefully now, I finished my pills yesterday, so that's calming down. I won't say their names, but there's a Facebook, I read Facebook, YouTube is the time now where you realise how good YouTube is. Yeah, there's a lot of rubbish out there, but now and again you hit some gems, you hit some little gems. You don't know them, they don't know you, but through the creation of videos you get the same similar interests or even a different interest. But there's 2 guys that I've been watching the videos of, 3 actually. I won't say their names because you'll know if you've been conversing with me or not. One's farming, one's French lifestyle, one's roving around the Cornish countryside, Cornish coastline with his little dog. Just by looking at those videos and conversing with them, just someone different. I mean, you do get pretty lonely out here. I mean, I've got friends, but I don't speak much English out here. So yeah, those little moments during the day, I might have been on a drip, I might have whatever, but those moments have been great. So I'd like to thank those 3 people, and with my Llama mug, cheers, thanks for your help. So moving on, what is it? I've got an idea what it could be. What I do know is it's not going to kill me. I know I've got the results back from all of the armful. It's an armful of blood that they took out of me. It's not anything really serious, which is great. So in a month's time we're back. Some of the results have got to go to Strasbourg and then come back to the hospital. So in a month's time we're back for a big consultation with a head honcho doctor, and we'll find out. I'll say there's a couple of things batting around. Not great, but you know, you take whatever comes. So really it's like big changes, lifestyle, definitely. I've got to keep calm. I've got to try and avoid infection. I've got to try and avoid anything that's going to cause inflammation anywhere. Obviously you can't hide yourself in a bubble, but mask on everywhere. Try and avoid COVID. I know the numbers are down, but try and avoid COVID. Yeah, and just there might be big changes in the long run after the month. In a month's time there might be big changes, there might not be. So I won't say anything. I've got a couple of ideas. I've got a bit of a project with someone else coming up in the new year, which is going to be exciting. And that's about it. So anyway, I'm back home. Been back since Friday. This is the first day I've ever been able to eat sugar. Not that I've gone overboard, but I wasn't allowed to eat any sugar because of the diabetic effect of the drugs on the body. So I've been eating plain food, which has been absolutely amazing. To eat food and taste food without anything on it to spoil it. Anyway, I'm blubbering. We'll have a look outside in a bit. So I'm just having a little relax here with a cup of tea, just been out with Jake for a walk. And yeah, we're going to have a look outside in a bit and see what's going on. See you in a bit. There we go, winter's come in. Fire is on. I do love the smell of wood smoke. Watching those llamas. Are you? You watching those llamas? Yeah. You got Father Christmas. Oh, well, nearly time to have that properly, isn't it? Yeah. So here we are. It's getting to autumn. I'm back home, getting back to normal. Got my hat, my favourite jumper with holes in the elbows. Don't tell me, Mum. And my barber jacket. Couldn't be better. Get in there. So we're in the woodshed, as I said. Got the fire on now. We've got about 20 steer of wood in here, which is a hell of a lot of wood. And we need it because we've only got electric fires, which are on timers. So obviously we don't want to use those very much. So the main heating is from the wood. We've got two sizes of wood. We've got this stuff here, which is the 30cm long, and then we've got this stuff here, which is the 50cm long. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, we've got about 3 or 4 rows there, and about 3 rows there. So the 30cm is for the small fire. I think it's about 12-14 kilowatt fire we've got in our hallway, and that heats the bathroom, the hallway, the bathroom, upstairs, and hopefully, if it's not too cold, it heats the dining room as well. The reason we need the 50 is because we have to have a 20 kilowatt stove in our lounge, which is massive. It's a double height cow barn, converted cow barn. In fact, all of our house, except for the hallway, was once a farm, like animals or stockage or something. It was all to do with animals. Just the very small hallway was actually where they lived. Just that rest in the hallway bit. So it's a bit of an interesting combination. I think the utility room and the bathroom was the pigsty. We got the lounge is there's a cow, the cow shed. Then we've got other unconverted bits further down with feeding areas which were for other livestock as well. So yeah, and I think it was built round about either just before or during around about the French Revolution. So about 1790s to the I think probably what we've heard is around about the Revolution side. So yeah, it's old, very old. So here we go then, that's the wood, plus I've got some onions drying, lovely few onions there. Under here got a wood splitter for those bits that are just a little bit too big. So there we go, that's the wood for the winter. So, oh, squeaky. As I said, we need a lot because that is our only source of heat really, other than electric heaters, and you really don't want to be putting them on at the moment. I said they're on timers, so unfortunately the place has gone a bit to rack and ruin since I had COVID. It's not going to kill them, but we've got stinging nettles, we've got trees growing up, got ash trees growing up in the corner, loads of ash trees all over this place. There's ash trees, got docks and God knows what down there. But yeah, the funny thing is, you see in the books, oh, they don't like sorrel, they shouldn't eat sorrel, they're munching away on a bit of dark, a bit of sorrel. If they're hungry, they'll eat it, and you worry about them being poisonous. You see it, oh, poisonous, but these llamas have been on this land now for over 10 years, well, 10 years, a couple more. So they're still here, they're still healthy, which I've said in other videos as well, is that's the good thing about having a llama, is that they prefer ground that's very weedy to grass, which isn't actually good for them. As you can see here, there's loads of stuff come up here needs sorting out, but we are greening up, and I say they don't like lots of it, they prefer the short stuff. As I'll be up there and say hello to him. They prefer the short stuff to all the long bits and bobs. Hello LB, how you doing buddy? Got some soil I've collected from molehills to start putting in once the rain comes and there's less chance of a dust bath, then I can start filling them up with soil. Got loads of tubs of soil from molehills. Hope you can hear me, the wind, the usual thing. Hey mate, you okay? Yeah? Lovely. How's your teeth? How's your two teeth? Oh, look at them. Right, shall we go and see someone else? Got a bit of mucking out to do. Interesting TV, isn't it? It's loads of it all in here, big piles of it. As I said before, probably the good thing with llamas, they do spread out. If you leave it They do spread out. They've gone further up here than they've done before. And here. Oh wow. Yeah. Need to sort this out as soon as I'm able to. Don't want to risk doing too much too soon, of course. But they only go in one area. So this is their area, although it's a big area now. At least I've got loads of other fields. I mean, it'll calm down over winter. Like, it'll be washed away, all the smell, all the whatever, the worm. Well, worms are a problem. Just hope we'll get a nice harsh winter to get rid of the worm. So yeah, I'll get the machine out and suck it up. And it's gone very weedy here. There's not much grass up here at all. It's all whatever. I didn't know the names of them, but some sorrel and that around. Philippe. I don't know if you'll hear this or not. It's really, really windy. I'll get as close to the camera as I can. There's Philippe. Hello, mate. You okay? Oh, not too keen. Not too keen. Got a bit dangling off you. So what I'm doing with the fields up here is, in fact, I think I'll open all of these fields up. All of these top fields can be opened up now. Farmer's fix. The gates are out of line, so you use a bungee, which was invented apparently in Ambert, not far from here. There's Monty. Come on, mate. Juliet. Caspar. What's going here? What's going here? What's going on? So yeah, I'll just let them wander around this top field. These top fields. Grass is growing back in places. I'll say they'll love this. So it's not very long. I mean, the cow wouldn't do this for a cow. This would not be good enough for a cow at all. But llamas don't eat that much really. They don't have to produce milk or offspring or anything. So, oh, Albie's suddenly realised he's in the wrong field. Come on, Albie. Come on. Think about it. He's always in the wrong field. We've got Juliet going off for a run around. Bless you. Sneeze up. This is lovely. To be back in this again is amazing. There's a few thistles in here that haven't knocked down, but I really don't care about them at the moment. They can be sorted out in the new year when they grow fresh. They're not going to kill them. As I say, it's not important. We get amazing grass fields. Here comes Albie, I think. Is he? Did I see movement? There's a right mix of stuff that you can eat. I love it. It's a nice big thick bit of onion go there. There you go. There's a lot of bed straw in here, which luckily they can eat, and they love it. Where's Albie? He's being slow. He's being slow. Come on, you. Come on, you. This might take a while. I've got all the time in the world, he says. We always get there in the end, don't we, mate? You're always in the wrong field, going the wrong way, but you do manage to get yourself sorted. Go on. In you go. So in the top right field, we've got stuff coming on again here. It's really nice. Ideal for llamas. There's a few things that need pulling out around the poo area, but they won't touch that. As I said, there's some things in these fields that I find You look in the textbook and it's like dangerous, especially you get scared because it says it's dangerous for livestock, but horses are very susceptible, I think, to certain plants, quite a lot of plants really, looking at it. Surprising how much people with horses have got to be careful. And cows and sheep, but llamas, yeah, they're pretty tolerant to a lot of stuff. And I said I've had them 12 years or so now and they're still there. I try my best to pick stuff out. So just a quick look in here. This is my pièce de résistance for the autumn, early winter. And this field has not been touched for months. Yeah, there's lots of stuff down there that shouldn't be down there, thistles and that. And I say, with COVID and that, I was clearing the thistles through here. You can see down, where are we? It's the poo areas. It's the rich nitrogen rich areas where it all grows. Thistles there, but I don't care. Don't care about that. So we'll save this as long as we can. Zoom back out. Everything's greening up around lovely now on the farms. So yeah, we'll save that for as long as we can, and we can get them down there, and they'll have a good munch in that through the autumn and winter. And just the only thing I really need to do is the space there that I've sealed, that I've electric fenced off around the oak tree. That's got to be sorted, which means all the brambles that have grown through me not being able to do it have got to be cleared. Brambles along this hedge line as well. This grass here is incredible. The funny thing is, they won't eat that. They'll eat the thin stuff up there, and this will be left. They will get to it, but yeah. So as all the brambles are completely covering it over, the electric wire, which is in there. So got a bit of work to do down there. I think I've shown this before. Just got worse. But I just take it easy. So yeah, it's obviously great to be back on the farm with everyone, back with Kerry and the llamas and that. But just got to be sensible and take it easy now, especially with serious inflammation that I've had. Just be calm and let the body heal itself, and just enjoy being here, enjoy the fresh air. You really appreciate it when you don't have it for 5 days. Yeah. Just breathe and take it in. That's the thing, I think. It's only when you're in a hospital bed in a small room looking out in a courtyard with ventilation blowers going all night, and you suddenly realise just what you're missing out on. And all those times when you come down, I've got to go and do that, got to go and do that. And now it's like, right, what can I do? What can I do? But yeah, just take it gently, give myself another day or so just to come down from the drugs, because I still feel a bit hyper. And I say, well, with the ADHD as well, it's not great. I've got a great coaching call tonight I'm looking forward to with the guy. Very good coach and author. A bunch around, the wind blowing it. A good coaching call tonight. It's going to be late because he's in America. But he's going to help me hopefully calm myself down again, get grounded, and I can start just re-evaluating a few things. not wearing myself out, not overstressing, which is a main thing with me. And yeah, and whatever the future holds, be it with these guys or without these guys, well, hopefully with these guys, but you know, a few different ideas and things, and life's going on, isn't it? Life moves on, and you suddenly think, well, there are other things out there as well. And I've had 12 good years with these fellas, so we'll see what happens. It all stems for it all depends on what all depends what's said in a month's time. Just open mind until then. Just focusing on what's important, which is me getting better, and this place, my wife, especially my wife, most importantly. So there we go, a little update on what's been going on. I'll be enjoying a bit of bed straw there. I've never heard of it until I came in this field. This field is full of it. But as I said, they eat it and it's alright. It's good to see them again. Isn't it, mate? Yeah. A quick tour, quick goodbye, Juliet. Beautiful girl, aren't you? What are you, 8 years old, I think? The rest of them are all old boys now, aren't they? Dead thistles. Big Daddy Casper. Keeping an eye on him at the moment. We think there might be something wrong inside his mouth, but he seems to be doing alright. He was having a few problems. Need to cut his toenails soon, or this week. Just not been able to do it. His toenails grow so long since he's been castrated. Every month really you need to cut them. They're massive. It's got a tiny bit of mite. Tiny bit of mite on his nose. It's a bit itchy, little marks. But, we don't bother putting, some people might put something on it, but we don't like putting chemicals on them for no reason. It's a bit itchy, but it hasn't spread to his legs or belly or anything, or any of the, well, the other arms pick it up, but it's just from the ground. So that's Casper. Ooh, ow, bacon. Thatch with his dodgy feet. You're a big lad, aren't you? You're a big lad. Yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable, his feet. I said before, he's had his drop pastures for years. Overbreeding. Very sad. Ah, he's still going. And same with his half brother Monty here. Another big lad, overbred. So we believe. So his pastures have dropped. He had very small feet when he was born. Nowhere near big enough for your body size, were they? Look at that though. It's all happened. And Philippe. Hello. I like about Philippe. As you can see that wrinkling up under the neck. I think that's beautiful. Hey, handsome boy. Very regal to your name. Yeah, we've had a love-hate relationship, haven't we? It's good to see you again though, mate. Literally see you again. So there we go. Just a little catch up on my adventures over the last week. Well, 2 months really. And fingers crossed, and see what happens in a month's time. Hopefully my eyesight will be a lot better next Monday. And yeah, just carry on here, daily stuff, just calming down, getting it all done. And then in a month's time we can see what the score is and reevaluate where we go on from there. Either way, I'm still there. So that's it for now. And coming up, I think I'm going to start doing more llama videos. It's Llama Calmer Farm, and I've not really done much on llamas itself. So what I intend to do is more llama based videos, so you can learn more about the little animals, the little lovies. Let's hope there's no spitting involved. Okay, till next time, everyone take care. See you next time on Llama Calmer Farm. Bye.